Hey everyone, so I don't have the description of everything, and also what I don't have is the experience with using all these different items, other than what I've seen, talked to others about that use them. So I'm going to put them in here as as an option of things to use in your arsenal as you're figuring out what works best for you. And as you figure that out, and it'll take some time, you'll be able to use that same thing over and over and maybe let someone else know what works best for you and give them the choice. So, in moving ostriches, I had a few hiccups and a few successes. So I've only moved them two times now, and this is what we ran into. So in the arsenal of moving ostriches, just to get them into the place that you want them to be, for me it was the trailer I was trying to move them in. You want to grab some tube socks. So what you'll notice is at the bottom of the tube socks, you can cut those tube socks off and make a hole where it goes all the way through. You're going to pull it up your arm, and then you're going to use the arm that has the tube sock on it. Use your hand, grab their beak, and then pull the tube sock down. That is a lot easier said than done. As me and another farmer realized we were having some difficulties. Also, a pillowcase. I've done that a few times with the smaller birds. They don't kick it off so quick. I put a pillowcase over their head, and it goes dark. They're good to go. So, in saying going dark, my my lovely daughter mentioned, "Hey, Dad, you're showing white stuff. They'll still see a lot of light." And she was absolutely right. You want to use something dark that will cover them, make it dark for them. It'll calm them down. They won't know where they are, where they're going, so they'll calm down. Sometimes to the point where they lay down, and you kind of have to, push them up and get them to walk, which is really hard for a big bird. For a medium-sized bird, hopefully you can get them to start moving and be okay. So dark sock, dark cut off sleeve from a shirt, dark pillowcase, and you can kind of walk behind them, guide them into the place that you want them to go. So those are a few methods of moving them, and moving them up to the trailer. You can see in this one spot down here in the lower end of the trailer, the bigger birds that we ended up receiving as we went and paid for and did some trade, they walked up the birds to the trailer. Their legs would touch the bottom of the trailer. They'd lift their legs up and they would walk into the trailer. It worked pretty well. I like the ramp idea. If I had guide rails on the side that went all the way down where they wouldn't step off of it, I think that would work really well. And it would be a consistent flow. They wouldn't stop. They wouldn't start to maybe panic or back up or something. I wouldn't want them to do that. So if I get them to go on a ramp, my thought would be on the ramp, going up, going in, very smooth. And I have some video of this, so you guys are going to see some video. So the video of it, the smaller birds going up the ramp, and it worked really well. And we didn't get video of them coming off the ramp at the place that we sold two of our boys to, and but that worked really well too. They came down the ramp, they were good to go. The bigger birds, yeah, they jumped right off. They weren't really an issue, 12 inches or so. That's nothing for them, as long as they don't twist a knee or any other complications happen. So that's something that could happen as they're a bigger bird. But and the other options that we have is the shepherd's hook. So in the shepherd's hook, it's very simple. You put it around their neck and pull them to where you're trying to go and guide them that way. Also the carrot method. Sounds silly. The carrot method's just food. Giving them something to make them come along, it might work. It didn't really work for us too well. As they're going to something new. They're looking at this big structure, which is a trailer. They didn't care for it. It's no, they didn't want no part of it. I put up a new feeder for them, and they wouldn't even eat out of it for a day. So it's something new like that. They're just freaked out. They don't want to go near it. So the shepherd's hook might be another good option. I have not used one. I know others that have. And scruffing. So that's my first time scruffing. You'll see in the video. So I scruffed one of them like you would a rabbit. Pull up the back, the little bit of fat in the back of their neck, and just pull them forward. And that worked pretty good. It was a smaller bird though. These larger birds, I don't think you could have done that with. Maybe you can. And maybe it just takes more strength or more confidence. Just grab them and go and say, "Come on, let's have at it." But a bigger bird is kind of scarier. They're powerful. 2,000 pounds of pressure, and they're going to destroy anything in front of them if they wanted to when that claw comes down. Part of my trailer, actually, in the bottom part of this trailer right here, you see the metal there, actually got knocked out from the doors and gates was locked. It got knocked out, and that wasn't even from them kicking it. It was from them jumping and hitting the doors, trying to get their out of the trailer because their head stuck in front of this window, and they saw a way out. They didn't see the stuff in front of them because their head's up here. They're not a very bright bird, so they're trying to jump out. So they're trying to go forward, and they kept bashing and bashing, very vigorously, so over and over. We actually had to hurry up and drill a board in front of the window spot to let them know that they couldn't get out that way. And as soon as that board was up, they stopped. They didn't lay down, but they stopped. They stopped charging it. They started just calming down, and it was a lot better. So we had success with figuring stuff out as we were going, and it was spot of the moment. Just figure out what's happening, right? And in his trailer, he doesn't have that big opening spot. The other farmer, so his birds have never done it. Well, and that's why. So now I know. Now he knows. If anyone else has that issue, pass the knowledge along, and save yourself some heartache. All right, who am I looking for? Not you.
That one right there.
There's 3 of them right there.
The one the farthest.
I see them.
This one right here is coming up next blue.
Blue, don't get stupid. I don't know if I had high above his neck enough. Is that why? Supposedly. Okay. All right, come on. Come on. Okay.
There he goes.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, 'cause I think he's going to keep charging at the door until we stop. And he's trying to jump. No, that's not what I mean. No, he can't. They can hurt you really bad, remember? If he was bigger, I wouldn't be able to do this. We'd have to do it a different way.
Yeah, that would be creepy. He can't jump over there. Ugh. He can't jump. Dad, he can jump over that.
Shh. I think we're just trying to stay quiet.
He can jump
She's a lot calmer.
Put your feet in there.
I am. I'm going to put a bunch of it on the ground in hopes that that'll make them just kind of calm down and maybe sit down and move forward, and they can eat some of that. Okay? When they're hungry, or just to kind of relax them a little bit, yeah. Because they're going to stress out for a little bit. I just want to make sure that they eventually calm down. I've never done it before, so I don't know what their natural calm down time is. They don't ever get locked up and put up anymore, so this is all new to them.
I can leave now.
Yeah, you can leave now, bud. Keep those shut.
I was going to
Go ahead and
shut
take
the
that.
windows.
Okay, so how do you think this ramp works? Did it work good for their feet? And the reason I put carpet down on this, I made a homemade ramp. I put carpet down on it, so when they're, sorry, only 2 claws, they go on there, it'll stick into the carpet a little bit, giving them some traction, versus where this board would be more slippery. So that's why I put it on there. And I made it so it would go under the rug, so they wouldn't damage their feet as they go up it. Pretty good for a first time design.
Shut the gate.
All right, we're gonna shut the door and hold on. I gotta pull the ramp up, honey,
You have to put it.
and get these birds to their new home. All right, as you see, we got them loaded up. As you've also seen, our fencing is not finished. This has been okay. It's probably actually been pushing it for a little while, not having it up higher. Okay. So we're gonna do that, wrap it up higher to at least that 6-foot mark. These guys have been really good. We got some semis going by right now. As you can tell, it doesn't bother them. With the mic I have on, you probably can't hear all the noise, which is okay. But they do, right? And this is how they act. The other birds we're getting aren't normal or used to that. So when we go to pick those birds up in a week, we want to make sure the fence is a little more doubly secured, as they are going to be a little more flighty. Okay? So that's pretty much it.
Don't go for that.
There's one. There's 2.
Those are females. Big females here, and that's all the way blue right there by Big Blue.
No, I thought they were bigger. Blue's bigger.
Yeah.
Mhm.